Class with Brother George Morris at Emory, and he came down for our celebration, and it was a delightful time. But I've known much about his ministry through the years, and I was hoping, since we had all of this excitement tonight, that Rick would just tell me to go ahead and give the benediction. I would have to preach to all these great guys and gals, but I consider it a privilege. But I wonder if are y'all in a hurry? Would you give me just about that much time? I need to tell you something that's exciting to me and doesn't have anything to do with what I'm going to be speaking on tonight and tomorrow. But we've been having one of those desert experiences that you talked about, one of those wilderness times. About 3.5 weeks ago, my wife's father had a stroke, and we were back and forth to the hospital day and night for 25 days. Until Saturday, he went home to be with the Lord. We had his funeral yesterday, and I preached it. That's why we couldn't get here until tonight. So I'm sorry I missed Rick's service yesterday. But I want to tell you a story because I just can't contain it. I told Rick that it's very dangerous to have worship like this because the Lord starts working on the preacher, and I can think of 5 things to preach. I couldn't think of 1 yesterday, but I can think of 5 now. But I had to tell you this story. Back when Rick and I first started together this conference, you remember Garnet Wilder, who was the pastor at First United Methodist Church and let us use First Methodist Church, I think, for the second one that we had. Well, Garnet and I, and sometimes with Rick, were in a prayer group together, and my journeys around took me by his church, and they had one of those marquees out front where they put the title to the sermon and the text for the next Sunday, and they put that thing in there about Monday or Tuesday. I was a marvel they did that. I never knew what I was going to preach till Friday. But anyway, I used to love to go by there, and the week before Easter, I went by there, and I was anxious to see the title for his Easter sermon, and there it was. After Easter,